Today I'm going to show you Gymshark's $100 million SEO strategy. These are just the core concepts that I see that they're doing or have been doing for some time to achieve at least $100 million in organic traffic revenue. And what I'm going to cover here is three simple things. So first of all, how did they do that? Number two is some of their weaknesses. And number three is how to actually beat them. So let's get straight to it. So one of the most interesting things that you might see here is that their organic traffic is 4.3 million. This is monthly organic traffic. This is global, not just for Gymshark.com, but for their other brands as well. Gymshark UK, Gymshark France, and all the other countries where they are operating in. This is a massive achievement. And now where do I get the $100 million US dollar value from? This is by, part of it is from experience because we work with e-commerce stores. We do SEO for e-commerce stores. And I just reverse engineered it, but I also use ChatGPT and Google to come up with some numbers to show you where the numbers come from. So if they are getting 4.3 million in organic traffic, and this is per Ahrefs, one of the best SEO tools out there to do competitor research. And because I don't have access, I'm not doing SEO for them. I don't have access to their backend. So this is one of the best tools that we can use to see behind the curtain a little bit. If we look at what's the estimated average order value for Gymshark, and I'm asking ChatGPT to give me its best estimate, it's estimating the order value to be around $90, 90 to 130, but I'm going to use the lower number. And then I'm asking what's the average e-commerce conversion rate from organic visitor. So this is how many of these visitors actually convert into buyers. Because then if I know how many of those 4.3 million are converting into buyers, then I also, and I know the average order value of those buyers, this is just simplifications, then I can get how much this traffic is worth per year. If I run these numbers, 4.3 million visitors per month times $90 average order value times 2.5% conversion rate times 12 months, the number is over 116 million US dollars. So that's where I get the annual organic traffic revenue from. This is just my estimation based on the numbers I know and some of the estimations I got with the help of ChatGPT and Google, but I don't think that I'm that far off. And as you can see, their traffic by location, most of their organic traffic is coming from the United States, which is their main target country. The second largest country in terms of how much traffic they're getting is the United Kingdom, then comes France, Germany, and the Netherlands. And if you look at their last 5-year organic traffic trend, it was flatlining for a few years here between 2021 and 2023, but now it's been uptrending, although there have been some small declines here, but still they're above 4 million organic visitors, which is really well done. And one important thing to look at is that usually when we do SEO, SEO doesn't really do that much to bring in branded traffic. These are people that already know your brand. So they're either just typing in your brand name to Google or something like your product plus brand name to Google, like gym outfit, Gymshark, something along those lines. So if somebody's typing in a branded search, so to Google, this is not the work of an SEO agency or an SEO team or you if you're doing SEO for yourself, because you will obviously rank for those things anyways. If not, then you have some technical issues that can be fixed. But what you're looking at is how to get non-branded search traffic. So they are getting 2.2 million of non-branded search traffic. These are people that do not already know about their brand. They're just typing in some question or some product name or product category name that they're interested in buying. And they're not typing in Gymshark or the brand name. So this is huge for them. They're capturing over 2 million visitors every month that are just looking for things to buy that Gymshark is actually selling. This is the work of SEO. This is the real work of SEO. Showing up for the terms that your target audience, that your ideal customers are typing into Google or AI or wherever to find your brand. Now, let's get to how did they actually achieve it and what did they do specifically? And I'm just going to give you a high-level overview because they're a huge brand. There are so many small details. I'm going to give you a high-level overview that you can then mimic. And then later I'm going to show you some things that you could do if you're competing with them or just some things for you to learn on how to compete with the big players in your niche. So the first thing that has helped them achieve this result is their domain authority. This is a number per Ahrefs from 0 to 100, with 100 being the max result. Google themselves, I think, have a score of 100. Also maybe Facebook, but it's really hard to achieve. Most small brands, when they start, in 1 or 2 years, by just doing usual marketing, you will achieve 20 or 30 if you're not doing deliberate link building, deliberate backlink building. And don't worry if you don't know what backlink building means at this stage, it doesn't matter. The point is that you need references from other websites linking to you, to your brand, to your domain, to rank higher on Google. Or just simple mentions will be okay as well if you're interested in ranking on AI, because AI doesn't really care about those mentions being linked as long as your brand is mentioned. Because now in 2026 and beyond, we have to focus and worry about not just ranking on Google, but also ranking on AI as well. So they have managed to achieve a DR of 71.9, which is huge. Nike has a DR of 90 plus, for example, so they are not beating Nike, but it's still huge. And if I'm looking at them having 12,200 referring domains, so these are backlinks from different websites. This is what I'm usually interested in. And let's assume that you want to build backlinks. We want to bring your own domain to this level as well. Then you need about let's say it's the same amount of referring domains. And if we say that for simplicity reasons, one decent backlink costs at least $250, if not more, then you're going to invest over $3 million into backlinks. But then again, on the other side, if it's going to yield you over 100 million in organic revenue per year, then it might be worth it. But yeah, most businesses can't really afford to spend that much on backlinks. That's why I'm going to show you how to beat them in a more realistic way with a smaller budget. So yeah, the biggest thing is their domain rating. And I'm not saying that they have delivered to build all those links. They do a lot of marketing. I'm assuming their marketing budget is in the tens of millions, if not in the hundreds of millions per year. So all of that marketing work that they're doing is also benefiting their SEO. If you are competing with them, you can do deliberate SEO and outrank them by just focusing on SEO or focusing on some parts of SEO. But them just being such a huge brand is helping them a lot. If you don't have this much publicity or this much marketing budget, you have to do things more in a more focused way. So the next thing is that I'm looking at if I'm analyzing why a website is getting so much traffic, I'm looking at which pages or which sections of their website are actually generating traffic. Because with so many brands, let's say we see that a brand is getting 100,000 visitors a month. In so many cases, most, if not all of that traffic is coming from people knowing the brand. So everybody's just typing in brand name, let's say Gymshark, and nobody's really discovering the brand through organic search by focusing or by searching for a product or a category keyword. But that's not the case with Gymshark, as I showed you before. They get more than half of their traffic from non-branded searches. And here you can see that their US domain is getting almost 40% of their total traffic. Their UK is 17.6 and so on. And now if I want to dig a little deeper, okay, that's fine to know, but like how is their US website getting so much traffic? Then I'm going to open it up and see that their blog section is getting 600,000 visitors and their collection pages. And this is the key, by the way. This is also my number one hack for SEO stores. And if you want to know more about it, in the first link in the description or in the first pinned comment, you're going to get a link to my number one hack for e-commerce stores for SEO. They're also using it, is to optimize your collection pages. Because yes, it's good to have traffic to your blog articles. Blog articles do not convert nearly as well as collection pages. So that might be pretty obvious. But another thing that isn't that obvious is that product pages also do not convert, or they do convert, but they don't get traffic as well as collection pages too. If you look at here, their collection pages in the United States alone are getting over 300,000 visitors every month, whereas their product pages are only getting 12,000. The difference is huge, like over 20 times difference. And most businesses, if they're doing SEO, they're optimizing their product pages, not their collection pages. Again, like if you want to know more about it, I would recommend to get the number one hack. It's a simple PDF that just explains this. I did it a long time ago, but it still applies. But yeah, this is a huge finding. If you're reverse engineering competitors, if we are doing it for our clients, this is what we look into. Like, how are the top ranking competitors getting their actual traffic? What are they doing? And this is what they're doing. Gymshark is building a lot of collection pages, and the strategy is working really well for them. So now if you see here on the left, if I look at like their collection pages, I see that they have over 4.4 million collection pages with total traffic of over 1 million organic visitors per month. Once again, this is per month, so it's 12 million a year. And if we want to see what are those collection pages, like the one getting the most amount of traffic is matching sets for women's matching sets, sorry. Second one is oversized t-shirts for men. Third one is just shorts for men. Yeah. And if we look at the product pages, they have more product pages. So if you remember, 4,400 pages, collection pages, and almost 6,000 product pages, which makes sense. You always have more products than collection pages, but the traffic, look at the difference in traffic. So collection pages are generating 1 million organic visitors, whereas product pages are only generating a little over 30,000. So again, like 30 times, almost 30 times difference here. This is a huge hint of what to do. It doesn't always work in that way, but in most niches, that's the case. So once again, like if we zoom into which are those collection pages getting the most amount of traffic, matching sets for women's. And if you look at the top keyword, workout sets for women, this is a 4,300 searches a month keyword. It's also ranking for almost 500 other keywords. And they're ranking in the first position. Also, they're ranking in the first position for oversized t-shirts. But those rankings are coming from them ranking for those keywords with their collection pages. Super important. This is basic Shopify or e-commerce SEO, but it is important because most websites, like most of your competitors and most websites, do not focus on it. They focus on the product pages, whereas most visitors are going to come from collection pages. And now if you zoom in even further, like if you look at which keywords this particular collection page is ranking for, you see it's ranking for 500 keywords, as I said before. And if I sort these by which keywords have the most amount of search volume, so which keywords are searched for the most, then workout sets is being searched for 26,000 times in the United States alone per month. And they're ranking in the second position for that keyword. Matching sets, workout sets, just divided, workout divided, or separated, workout set in singular, and so on and so forth. So many keywords, they're ranking at the top, at the very top for those keywords. And now if you look at their page, this is how part of the page looks like. And I'm just interested in like how much this ranking number one for this page is worth it for them just in the United States alone. So I'm just looking at what's the average product value or product, how much does the average product cost? So if they're selling sets, people are buying the leggings and also the bra or the top. And like here, I can see that these would be aggregate $84, but let's just say $50 per set. And they are getting almost 20,500 visitors per month. So let's call it 20,500 visitors. And that 2.5% average e-commerce conversion rate, that's over $300,000 per year in revenue from the United States alone. This is just the United States. United States was just the biggest country, but they are ranking in so many other countries. So I'm guessing that they could be earning over 1 million per year from this product category through organic. So this is a huge category. And they're ranking for over 4,400 collection pages. So yeah, but then the question is, why are they ranking so high? If the secret is ranking their collection pages and ranking them at the top, then how do they do that? How are they able to capture over 100 million? The secret is they are ranking their collection pages, but how? What are the tricks that they're doing? And again, if you look at the workout sets here, if you remember, they're ranking in the second position. So what they're doing is, first of all, they are creating a collection page because this is needed. If you do the keyword research, and this is also one of the biggest parts we do for our clients, is if you do the keyword research to figure out how are your customers, what are they typing into Google or AI to find your products? So if your target audience has a problem or they are looking for a product to buy, what are they typing into Google? And then if you know the main terms, so for example, for workout sets, let's say you are selling workout sets, but you don't know how people are actually searching for those things. How are they searching for matching sets, for workout tops, with bottoms, with leggings? What are the phrases? So one easy example is just go look at the top ranker and look at the top keywords. What are the keywords that they're ranking for and which keyword gets the most searches? So workout sets in this instance has the most amount of search volume. So this should be the top keyword. This is a lot of work to figure out, but you need to do that. Gymshark has definitely done it. And they are optimizing their page, their particular collection page for this keyword. And you need to do it for all your collection pages, for all your important products. Because if you do that, then you know what to optimize for Google and AI both. Because if you just type a random word, then you're not gonna do that well. And your competitors who have done the research are going to outrank you. So once again, going back to why are they ranking so high? They do have a dedicated page. The page is optimized. I'm going to show you below more about that. And their DR, their domain rating, is 79, which is really high. If you look at the competitors here, some have even higher, like freepeople.com. Amazon, of course, has a 96, much higher than Gymshark. And you see some with higher DRs. Still, the DR is doing a lot for them. And they have built 49 links, or they have 49 links going directly to this page. Although these links are not that powerful because the UR, I'm not going to nerd out on that much right now here, but this DR stands for the overall domain rating or the authority, the backlink authority of the page, and UR stands for that particular landing page. So you need to get both of these up, but it's easier to get the UR up because this is just for the landing page. And they do have 49 links, but those links are weak because the UR is not that strong. You see here, another competitor, Shop CSP, only has one backlink, but the UR is 11. So the link is much more powerful. And you can see here, Ritzia.com has 16 links, which is 3 times less than Gymshark. And their UR is also so much stronger here because probably these links are much more powerful. And just a simplification as well, but still something I wanted to point out. But still, let's say that they built 49 links to this page and 49 referring domains, again, at $250 per link. This is where the link price quality links usually start from. That's $12,250 invested into links. Although I'm assuming they have invested way less, but let's say you're competing with them. This is what you want to pay attention to. I'm going to talk about it later as we progress in this video. But this is a key point to notice. Backlinks going directly to that page, not just their DR, because their DR is really hard to beat, but you can beat them with backlinks going directly to that particular landing page. Also, another reason why they're ranking so well is that they have optimized their landing page. So this is the matching sets page. Of course, it's not perfect. They're making so many mistakes, but still, because of their high authority, them having a DR of 79, they get away with so many things that a smaller site wouldn't get away with, or could get away with, but you would do much better. If you remember, their main keyword was workout sets, and matching sets was the second keyword. Now they're only using matching sets here. If they would add workout sets as their main H1 title, they would rank even better, or they would have higher odds of ranking. So it's a bit under-optimized, but still it's done okay because it does include part of it. But like I would recommend to also use workout sets in the keyword as well. And then right underneath the main title, the main H1, they are using the main keywords here again in the first 1 or 2 sentences. This is also an SEO best practice. So number 1 is to use the main keyword in the H1 title. Number 2 is to use it in the URL. So they are using it in the URL, but they're optimizing for matching sets, not workout sets, which is a better keyword even. So they're missing out on that. Although they do have it in the meta title here, matching workout sets. So there's a lot of small nuances, and I don't want to nerd out on it too much. Another thing is that the text that you have right underneath the main title is important for SEO purposes, but you don't want to clutter the page too much because people are not interested in the text. Google and AI is interested in this text to know to rank you or not. People are not. And if you have too much text, if it's too big wall of a text, and you don't show the product straight away, they're going to bounce, and that's bad. That's why they've added this see more button here. So if you click on it, it's going to open it up. AI can read it, Google can read it, but the people are not going to read it unless they're going to click it. So this is a good trick to use to add some content here for the benefit of Google and AI. And now they have their products here on the category page. And at the very bottom of the page, they're doing typical SEO, which is adding some more information. So what you can also do is just give some more information, give some more context. They're also linking to some of their other products that are related products. And yeah, just SEO optimizing this section here. You can either do this through, or you can do it the same way as they are doing it, but you have to know what you're doing. You can just type random text. Ideally, you want to add some helpful information about the category. Something we do for our clients is add an FAQ section, frequently asked questions, and add the keywords there to just boost the overall optimization score of that page for that keyword. And we do use a tool called Surfer SEO, which will give us a content optimization score. Your overall rankings, how well you're going to rank on Google and also on AI for different keywords is how many backlinks you have, how high your page overall website authority is, but also how well your page is optimized to rank for the main keywords. And this is the score you see here. So Gymshark score is 62, and we can see the competitor scores here as well. So yeah, we usually try to get this into the 70s at least. The higher the score, the less backlinks you're going to need. Usually if we do these optimizations for our clients, like it's going to cost us a couple $100 around about that number per one page. But if you do it well, you need way less links. And as I said, one backlink costs like around $250. So by doing good optimization, if you're going to be able to build like 3 to 5 less links, by investing $200, $300, you're going to be able to save $1,000. Again, small thing, but it all adds up if you have a huge site. Another quick thing is that they're using their main menu optimal. So if you go to the homepage, in the main menu here on the left, you just go to women. Under women, you have products, and here you have matching sets. So you have to include your most important collection pages in your main menus and as close up in the main menu as possible. And another tip is to add the link from the menu, use the main keyword if possible in the menu as well, because this link, this exact title is going to give you a ranking boost if you use the main keyword. So workout sets was the best one. They are optimizing for matching sets, which has less search volume. They're doing a small mistake here, but the difference wasn't that huge. So yeah. So again, put your most important category pages into your main menu and as high up in the main menu as possible, and also use your main keyword for those category pages in the main menu. And as you can see, matching sets, like if I hover on it, it leads to this particular page that I showed you before. Another thing is that you should always link from your homepage to your most important category pages as well, because your homepage is always the strongest page on your site. So if you include category links to your important categories from the homepage, they're going to give you a ranking boost as well, like they're doing here. So popular right now, they are listing their different category pages. And another thing that they're doing is that they are actually using their homepage to rank for their main category keywords. So for something like, you see, this is their homepage URL, and they're ranking number 1 for workout clothes, gym clothes, athletic wear, number 2, but like workout clothes here, gym apparel, and a lot of different keywords. Most businesses neglect their homepage, especially e-commerce stores. They just try to rank for their main brand name, but you're going to rank for your brand name anyways. If somebody types in Gymshark, they're going to be number 1 anyways with their homepage, so you don't really need to worry about that much. But you should be, or you could be ranking for your main category keyword with your homepage, regardless, because your main category keywords are usually the most competitive. You see the KD, which is keyword difficulty, is super high here. But if you do use your homepage, and you will have an advantage, because your homepage is always the strongest page of your site, because all links will flow to the homepage, and your homepage also has the most amount of links. So yeah, use your most powerful page to rank for your highest potential category keyword. And they are also SEOing their homepage as well. If you go to the Gymshark homepage and you scroll to the very bottom, you're going to see this section here. So this is typical SEO section. They just added some keywords here to the homepage that include their main keywords. Workout clothes, gym clothes, this is exactly what they're ranking for. So they have definitely done deliberate SEO. And one other thing I want to show you is their blogging strategy. They have, according to Ahrefs, around 333 blog pages that are bringing them over 600,000 monthly visitors. So that's a lot. And yeah, they just write a lot of different articles around their product. So, and the way to think about blogging is what are the different questions or what are the different problems your target audience have, and then answer those problems or answer those questions with articles. You can do videos, you can do articles. For SEO articles is easier to start with. Answer your target audience's questions and then naturally link to your products or recommend your own products. So they're doing like their strategy is best back exercises. So they're talking about back exercises in the blog article and then linking to different workout gear that you can do those back exercises in. So it's a natural way to sell your products through the blog articles. You're going to capture way more people that you wouldn't otherwise captured, that your competitors would have had, or some health line or some other website that's talking about those things. But now you can capture this traffic, you can answer their question, you can provide useful information, you can even add images. Let's say somebody doing best back exercises, and if they're doing it in your gear, that's extra useful. And I will also highly encourage you to then link to that particular product from that image, or add that product's image and link to that product. So if somebody's reading the article and they like that top or bottom part, the leggings, they could easily click on the image and get to the product, while also adding links directly into the blog article. So I'm going to show you how they do it. Best back exercise to develop your back workout. One mistake they're doing here is that this article is over 2 years old. It's still ranking number 1, but this is not optimal for AI at all. Google, you can get away with it in Google, but in AI results, it's really hard to get away with an article that's over 2 years old, because AI really prefers articles that are more recent. So make sure you update your recent articles. But you can see here, this is their article here. So they're linking to their other exercise articles, but they're also linking to their sports bra, muscle fit t-shirt. These are the products. And if you have these articles and you link to your products, you're going to also increase the rankings of these products. And by the way, these are linked to their, not their products, but to their collection pages. So you're going to lift the rankings of your collection pages. You can do that by building backlinks, as I said before, but also building internal links. This is an internal link. So let's say you are selling workout sets and you have 10 articles around the topic of workout sets, or what you can do with them, and so on and so forth. And then from each of those articles, if you create one backlink or 2 backlinks, internal links from those articles, from those blog articles to the actual collection page, you're going to boost the rankings of your collection page on Google. And it's cheaper to add internal links than it is to build external backlinks. And one more thing I want to show you is how are they doing in AI search. So I just did a quick search with incognito ChatGPT for best workout sets for women in the United States. And they are shown here, Gymshark, best mid-range workout sets. But they could do even better here. So they have a lot of optimization opportunities with AI, but probably they just haven't figured it out yet, or they haven't been paying that much attention to it. So what they could be doing is that if I look at who else is being recommended here, I see Lululemon, Alo Yoga, the known suspects. Beyond Yoga, Vori, I don't know these brands myself, but I do know Lululemon and Alo. And you see here underneath those recommendations, you can also see the citations. So ChatGPT and other AI engines are also giving you hints, or not just hints, they're giving you straight out like where they got the information from. And then what you can do is what we do for our clients as well to help them rank better is just we go to these websites and we try to either have these websites include our client as well, New York Post, Business Insider, or we create similar articles to the same websites. Or if we can't get articles placed on the same websites, it's really hard to get an article placed on Business Insider or New York Post. You can get articles placed on similar websites so that the next time that AI is going to look out for who to cite, they might cite your article that you created that includes your brand, Gymshark, for example. And also Reddit here. Worry is being pulled from Reddit. You could go to Reddit, or we have team members. So we have our team members go to Reddit, look at where our clients, competitors are being recommended, and they also naturally try to include our client as well. So the next time AI is going to go and look at Reddit, they're going to see our client as well, and then it's going to add Gymshark here to the first part here. And also one key thing is to, maybe you can take away from this video, is that the AI is looking for consensus of information. The more your business shows up, the better. But still, Gymshark is shown here. And you can see that where AI is getting the information is getting from Gymshark's own website. And why they're getting it from Gymshark is that 80% of ranking in AI right now is still just ranking on Google and Bing. So the usual SEO. Because AI is just going out to Google and Bing and doing the same searches that you are doing, the same prompt you're giving it. It's just going to take this prompt and it's going to 5 to 10 different searches depending on the prompt. And it's going to look on Google and Bing and other search engines. But still, there's a 20% difference, and this is coming from different things that we can discuss in a different video. And now the last question is how to actually beat them. And the answer is focus. You have to focus, seriously. If you just want to go after them and if you want to beat them on all fronts, it's going to take you years and millions of dollars of SEO investment. It's usually not feasible for most brands because, as I said, like their DR79 takes you over $3 million to get to the same ballpark number. Probably you're not going to invest that straight away. Instead, what you want to do is find keywords where they are weak at and attack from there. So one first keyword I found was Who Cheat Daddy Shorts. And this has a global search volume of 40,000 searches per month globally, 39,000 in the United States alone. And this is Gymshark's page, Who Cheat Daddy Shorts, collection page. And Gymshark is ranking in the second position with no backlinks. You see here? And in the first position, there's chubbyshorts.com, also with a really high DR of 73, although it's lower than Gymshark, but they do have 2 backlinks going to this page. So let's say you're a brand that's just starting out. You see here, like there's another website here, Combat Iron Apparel. Their DR is 40 and they have no backlinks either. So 40 is much easier to achieve. We have achieved DR 40 for many of our clients that have been with us for only a year. And you see they're also getting like a lot of traffic, like 2,000 visitors. Of course, you want to get to here, but let's say you are this brand and you want to get to here. You just have to build links directly to this page. So figure out the pages where your competitor is weak and make sure the pages are optimized and then build backlinks directly to this particular landing page. I would assume that with 5 to 10 links, you would be able to rank choppy shorts here. Then you do that category by category and get the snowball rolling and outrank your competitors by doing that. Just focus category by category. And another thing you can do is build more topical authority for one category first and then expand. So I showed you before that Gymshark has over 300 blog articles, but they're all scattered across all of their products. What you can do instead, or to focus more, is just think of a category or like a few categories that are most important to you and start building articles there. So let's say you are selling, I don't know, gym shorts. You could write 10, 20 articles about gym shorts or 30 articles even, and then become the category expert for gym shorts. Probably you don't need 20 articles for gym shorts, but I hope you get the point. Like 5 to 10 articles about gym shorts, link to your gym shorts collection page, and then rank with that, and then move on to the next category. So go category by category and get the snowball rolling and get you an exponential growth in organic traffic, because then you're going to see traffic coming to your page. You're going to get some additional sales, a lot of additional sales, hopefully. And then you're going to see that it's actually working. You'll have the funds and the motivation and the confidence to keep investing into SEO. This is what we do for our clients as well. So that's it for this video. If you want to keep seeing videos where we analyze the biggest brands in the world and how they're doing their SEO, I would recommend you to subscribe to this channel. And also, if you want to get my #1 hack for e-commerce stores, go to the first link in the description or first pinned comment and you're going to get that. It's also one of the main things that Gymshark is doing. It's behind one of the biggest things behind their success, other than the huge domain authority. Also, if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I will promise to answer all of your questions. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.